Hi, boys and girls. This is your vocabulary video. We are going to go ahead and set up your paper so we can go ahead and do a couple of our vocabulary words. We're going to do 4 of your vocab, and then the other 4 will be on your Google Classroom. The first one we're going to do is millions. Now, millions, as you know, is a great, big, huge number. And we're going to just go ahead and write so that you can see what a million looks like. 1 million. So we're going to, that right there is 1,000. And that is a million. 1 million. Notice how many zeros there are. 6 zeros in a million. So that's a really big number. The next word we're going to do is drift. Drift. And when something is drifting, can you think of another word that might be a synonym for drift? And we're going to write the synonym right here in parentheses. A synonym for drift starts with FL. You think what it is? If you drift around in the pool, you are floating. In your story, jellyfish, you're going to learn that jellyfish, how they move is they just drift with the waves. So we're going to draw a picture of something drifting in the water. So I'm going to, you draw what you want to draw, and I'm going to draw a bottle. Sometimes you know how they say they find like these hidden bottles in the ocean, they throw them out so that there's a message in it. That's what I'm going to draw, and I have a little message in there. Message in a bottle. So that is drifting. Or the other word that we can say is float, right? So we have millions, we have drift, and now the other one we're going to do is choices. Choices. And if you have choices of something, that means you have to make, if you are given a choice, you need to make a what? What do you think I'm writing here? You have to make a decision based upon your choices. You're making choices all day long and not even thinking about them. When you get up, you choose what you're going to wear. You choose what you're going to eat for breakfast. You choose what pencil you're going to use. All day long, you're making little decisions based on your choices. Let's go ahead and let's do some examples of choices that we make. I know in my classroom every morning, the boys and girls have to make a choice of whether they want white milk or if they want chocolate milk. That's the choice they have. So they either have they need white milk or chocolate milk. You have a choice if you're eating hot lunch or if you're eating cold lunch. Can you think of other choices that you might make? Go ahead and come up with 2 other choices you have. Do you maybe want cereal for breakfast? Or maybe you want toast for breakfast? This year was an election year. So you had adults had choices that they had to make based on the candidates that were running for president and Congress. They had to, they're voting. When they voted, they had to make a decision based on the choices of who was running for different offices. So every day we're making little choices, but sometimes our decisions are big decisions, and we have big choices, like when we vote for president of the United States. Okay, so we have millions, and how many zeros did that have? 6. We had drift, and we said that the synonym, this is a synonym, that means the same as. The synonym for drift is float, something floating. Talked about choices, and we gave examples of some choices that we can make. And the last word we're going to do is, oh, and I don't remember what the last word is, boys and girls. I'm gonna have to pause here. Let's see if you can bear with me here. And I will look, here's our words. I'll share those with you. So let's look. We have millions. And they're saying that it looks like this shark has millions of teeth, but it only has a few dozen. Choices, visitors at the aquarium have many choices of things to see. Drift, here's a little otter that's drifting or floating away. Oh, simple. Simple, this dolphin makes this trick look simple or easy. Like a simple math problem might be 1 + 2. You'd say, that's too simple, Mrs. Rogers. Means it's easy. Oh, here's the word I forgot. Weaker. One of these crab's claws is weaker than the other one. It isn't not very strong. If you look at this, can you tell which claw is probably the weaker one? I would probably say the smaller one, right? And this looks like it might be the stronger one. This is wrapped. The octopus wrapped its strong tentacles around its prey. In your triggers, you're going to have to give me 3 examples of things that are wrapped. You can wrap your arms around someone. If you wrap your arms around someone in a nice way, what are you doing? You're giving them a what? Yeah, you're giving them a hug. We are approaching a season where lots of things are wrapped, right? Like our presents, gifts are wrapped. And then disgusting, yuck. The litter around the trash can smell disgusting. You're going to read a story about jellyfish, and some of them look kind of disgusting, I think. But you, in your triggers, you get to insert a picture of something that you find disgusting. And then decide, I think this word decide goes very well with our other vocabulary word choices, because to decide something means you have to make a choice. And is this starfish or crab? You decide. So you have a choice there, starfish or crab. And in your triggers, you're going to have to decide. I gave you some choices and you're going to decide some things. So let's get back to our last word. And it was weaker, wasn't it? Okay. Share. So I'm going to write weaker right here. And up here, we gave a synonym for drift. Right here, I want to give an antonym. An antonym means the opposite of. Fancy way of saying opposite. So the opposite or the antonym of weaker would be what? It would be stronger, right? So let's go ahead and draw a line down through here and draw something weaker and something stronger. Okay. You might like draw an arm. I'm not real good at drawing, boys and girls, but this is my arm. This is my strong arm, and it is the stronger one. And this one would be my little tiny skinny arm, and it's the weaker arm, right? So weak, weaker, stronger. So you decide. Think about superheroes. Think about which superhero might be weaker, which one might be stronger. So you draw a little picture to show weaker and stronger. So those are your vocabulary words this week, boys and girls. If you have any questions, have mom send me something on Dojo, and happy reading this week.